Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. And today we're going to be talking about a brand new-ish. It came out a few weeks back, a couple of months back. I've lost track, but it is The Black Phone, featuring Ethan Hawke as the Grabber, Mason Thames as Finney, and then Miguel Cazares Mora as Robin, Madeline McGraw as Gwen. You had James Ranson as Max, Jeremy Davies as Terrence, and multiple other great people. But obviously, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and spoilers ahead. If you don't have a clue what this is or haven't seen it, go check it out for yourself. It is a brilliant film. I'll throw that out straight away. So, let's dive straight into it. So, first off, I want to say the young girl who is the sister of Finney played it immaculate. Her acting was brilliant, because of she getting abused by her dad, because of the dreams she has. And if you're watching this and you haven't really a clue what the concept of the Black Phone is, basically Ethan Hawke plays a character called the Grabber. He takes kids, he tortures them. He looks like the best way to put it, he looks after them. He lures them into this safety net. And basically, he'll leave the door open, encourage you to come upstairs, break that trust, and then use the belt on you. And then ultimately, he will stop at nothing to kill you. So you see the baseball player he faces at the start, who is acted by Tristan Pravong. He's taken shortly after the game, so he's killed. His friend who helps it, who beats the shit out of this guy basically, and then he's in the bathroom and helps him with the other three bullies. He's taken, he's killed, and then this is the whole purpose of the thing. You see all these characters and these kids disappearing, and you can see, they're a lot more tougher, they're bigger, they're braver than this Finney kid. As the film goes on, Finney's eventually taken after his obsession with knowing where these people have gone in the sense of the Grabber. His tension with his dad's growing, and it builds. It's a really cool film because with Finney being absent, and obviously Gwen, she's like a mother basically committed suicide because she heard these voices in her head, and it basically told her to commit suicide. So it's along the same lines of that, but it says she has more control, I think. Um, and it's this case of her dad doesn't want us to go down the same path, so she sort of beats her. And there's this amazing scene where she's like, "My dreams are just dreams," and you can see she starts crying, but because she's been beaten. But then the emotion goes into anger because Gwen despises her dad for being an alcoholic. It's just being an absolute arsehole. And their relationship grows because she's like, "I hope I can say this without you going crazy or hitting me." And then it grows, and then eventually she finds the place of where Finney was taken to earlier in the film. And jumping back onto the whole Finney storyline, it's a complex story what he has to go with in this film. As I said, Gwen's looking for him using her mind, whereas Finney is having to deal with obviously being taken by the Grabber. He's having to deal with this phone that he was told that doesn't work, and it keeps going off and off, and it's the people who were killed. So he talks to Robin last. He talks to the big butch dude who obviously killed a kid in the arcade. There was the Asian lad who was the baseball player, and I think there was someone else. I think his name's Vance. Maybe I think I'm going off the cast list. He was the paper boy, and it was just so intriguing because as well we got to see the scenes where they were taken as well. Um, I enjoyed that scene very much. There was different scenes of where the baseball player was taken, and then Robin was taken, and then the other guy and the other guy. And for me, Ethan acted as well as he could in the role because his role was very limited. Um, the scene where he takes Finney, he has the balloons, he uses the spray to sort of knock him out. Um, and then he takes him there. He's constantly giving food, and like I said, as long as he doesn't go through that door, the relationship between these two doesn't become unfrictioned, and that's why it's such a smart move. Is Finney going crazy? Is he like his sister and his mother in the sense he can communicate with the dead, or he can hear this phone? And that was such a huge part of the film because it wasn't just in his head in a sense, because there was bottles and stuff moving that was happening at the same time. He was being told where wires were, where to dig, where the freezer was, not to go up the stairs because he's waiting there for a beat down, you know, with his belt. And you can tell because there was shots of him upstairs, and that's what I loved about this film. It's so focused on Gwen's mind and being able to see in the future or see things that aren't really meant to have been seen yet. But Finney's going through something very similar in the sense of he could talk to the kids that are dead. Um, and it ultimately helps out, you know, with taking down the grabber and killing him at the end. I think it was such a unique and very, very well put together film. Like I said, Ethan's acting was brilliant. Madeline's and Mason's acting was brilliant. The kids brought together a great cast. The dad's ability to apologize for his downfalls at the end once Finney's rescued. Obviously a very emotional film because you see the house across the road from where Finney's being kept is the burial ground of all the kids that have been killed. So, you know, a very well structured film that has a simple presence and a simple plot, but it deals with the mind a lot from Finney and Gwen. And I think it was executed perfectly. I think everything works. There was no loose ends. One good bit was the fact of James Ranson, who is from Sinister, who plays the cop, played Max in this. He was visited and he was doing so much in-depth look into the case that later in the film, he's revealed to be the brother of the grabber. And one of the best shots of the film, he's going down the stairs. He's like, oh, no, 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 no. I knew my brother was up to something, but I didn't know it was this. The other side of the door opens and he gets an axe through his head. It was brilliant. It was perfection. And I loved how well it was executed because you knew something was there, but you're thinking, is he holding something? But ultimately, it was the grabber who was behind him. And I think from Ethan to the side cast to everyone involved did a perfect job. And I think Black Phone will be a film that people will enjoy from years to come. It's one of those films that a lot of people won't see it. But I think if you do see it, you'll have an absolute blast of a time. My justification is it's not the greatest horror movie I've ever seen because there was one death, two deaths technically, the Max and the grabber. But a very well unique structured story. I think I just would want to have seen more kills because they cut a lot of the other kids. I'm not saying I want to see the kids be killed, but I wanted to see a bit more action between himself and the grabber. It all happens at once. So I think the Black Phone deserves a solid 9 out of 10. There's nothing I wouldn't say that's bad about this. I just think I needed a bit more violence to justify its rating. And I wish we saw a bit more of Ethan because he was sort of absent. It was more just Mason talking to the voices and getting out of there, attempting to get out of there. There was no time where I was like, is he going to walk in? And he never actually walked in, you know, he was trying to break the window or dig the entire floor or go into the freezer. So, yeah, there's a few things if you look into it, like, where is he, you know? But yeah, ultimately a fantastic film that I highly recommend you all go check out. You'll have a blast. Ethan does deliver in the parts he's in, so I do respect what Ethan did in this in comparison to what he did in Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight, he was shocking. But yeah, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and be sure to wait for more reviews, discussions, predictions, and more coming to the channel very soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the Black Phone when you managed to check it out. Go check it out for yourself. And of course, I'll see you next one. Till next time, goodbye.